Hi all, this is Abhishek. I work as a technical architect with a leading organization. I'm an expert in Microsoft.NET, Azure Platform as a Service Cloud, Artificial Intelligence, Intelligent Automation, and Machine Learning. And today we will see how to cleanse data using filter module in Azure Machine Learning Studio. This is the third part for cleanse data using Azure Machine Learning Studio. In case you have not seen the previous two videos, I would strongly recommend you to go back, have a look at those videos. You'll find it interesting, and then come down here. It will make more sense to you. Okay, let's get ahead. So let's have a quick recap of what we have learned till now. We tried to understand what data cleansing operations are. We saw different data cleansing operations like handling missing values, handling duplicate values, weeding out outliers. We tried to understand the need for data cleansing operations. We saw what outliers are. We used clean missing data module in Azure Machine Learning Studio. We used remove duplicate rows module in Azure Machine Learning Studio. We used clip values module in Azure Machine Learning Studio. And today we will see filters. Till now we worked on data sets, or like I would call it as simple data sets like employee data, flight informations. But what if we have some data like, or complex data like images? We have some complex data like audio. We need to make some analysis out of speech audio that we have handy. So in all such scenarios, the previous cleaning techniques that we have discussed will not help. Rather, it is these filters modules that we have in Azure Machine Learning Studio will come handy and help us. So these are basically digital signal processing filters. There are different digital signal processing filters available in Azure Machine Learning Studio, like IIR filters, FIR filters, we have moving average filters, and so on. And all these filters are implementation of this digital signal processing filters, and they work well with complex data like images, audio, speech, etc. Okay, so now let's get into Azure Machine Learning Studio and take a look at what these are. I've already opened Azure Machine Learning Studio, and let's find out a dataset that we can use. I've already created one dataset as filter data CSV. So what it contains, let's have a quick look. It's a very simple data that I have created. It has a couple of numbers from -30 to 69, and we will apply filters, or rather like we'll use threshold filters on this and check out how it works. Okay, so let me find out the filter modules. If you see under data transformation filter section, there are a couple of filters there like FIR filter, IIR filter, median filter, and so on. So basically these filters, as I've already explained, are implementation of the digital signal processing filters, and they are used for some cause or other in the world of signal processing. You can see, like for example, FIR filters are used when to create a finite impulse response for signal processing. The same way, IIR is used when we are expecting infinite impulse response. So if you want to have a more detail of this, I would recommend you to have a look at the digital signal processing concepts and then come down to this filter, because this filter involves a lot of signal processing concepts like window, like we have different kind of windows like Hamming window, Blackman window, triangular window, and so on. We have different type of filters like low pass, high pass, band pass, band stop filters. So these all are terms that are related to the digital signal processing world. It's very interesting to try this out. Okay, and in some future videos we'll try to explore this as well. Okay, and today let's explore the simplest of all these filters, that is the threshold filter. So let me pull this in. Let us now try to explore the threshold filter. The threshold filter is very similar to the clip values module. The difference being it can work on complex data like images, or rather like speech, audio, but the clip values module will not be able to work on them. Okay, so let's see. Let's take an example and try to understand how this filter behaves. Okay, suppose I am selecting less than and I have selected level as 5, and let me just open the Excel. I have a data set of 1, say something like this, 1 to 10, and I have selected the level as 5. So what will happen is, after the filter is applied, less than filter is applied, like in this case less than, and we are specifying the level as 5, then what will happen is all values which are less than 5 will be replaced by the level value. And what is the level value? That is 5. Okay, so my resulting data set will look something like this. Sorry, that should be 10. Okay, so all values which are less than 5 got replaced with the level values that are 5. Okay, this was the story about the less than filter. We also have a greater than filter. So how it will work is, if we have set the level value for a greater than filter as 5, then all values which are greater than 5 will get replaced by the level values. So how it will work is, all the values which are greater than 5 are replaced by value 5, and the previous values will be as it is. Okay, in the same way we have some other filters like less than, greater than, magnitude less than, magnitude greater than, in range, out of range, in standard, in range with standard deviation, out of range with standard deviation. So we explicitly saw how this less than and greater than works. In the same way, let's see how magnitude less than and magnitude greater than filter works. In case of magnitude less than 3, like suppose we are like specifying the level as 3 and we have selected magnitude less than as the type. So what will happen is, all values which are less than 3, like the magnitude value less than 3, will get replaced with the level value. So what exactly I mean by the magnitude value? For example, -4. Let's pick this -4. So magnitude of -4 is 4. So the magnitude value does not include the negative sign or positive sign. It ignores the sign. It only preserves the value. Hence the magnitude of -4 is 4, magnitude of -6 is 6, magnitude of 4 is 4, magnitude of +5 is 5, and so on. So the comparison will be happening with the magnitude value. So when we have selected the level as 3 and magnitude less than, so what will happen is, the values which are less than 3, that is -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, these values are less than 3, like the magnitude of these values are less than 3, that is magnitude of -2 is 2, that is less than 3, my magnitude of -1 is 1, that is less than 1, magnitude of 1 is less than 1, sorry, less than 3, and magnitude of 2 is 2, that is less than 3. Hence all these values will get replaced by -3. Okay, so our resulting data set will look something like this. Now let us apply threshold filter with the filterdata.csv. Let me select magnitude less than. I am putting the level as 3. Let me pull the apply filter so that I'll be able to apply this filter. Perfect. Now I need to select column on which I need to apply the filter for the data set. It's the values column. It only has a single column only. It's a handcrafted CSV file that I have created only for this demo. It has couple of values from -30 to 69. Okay. Now let us run this. While this module is running, I'll tell you, like, there is also an indicator checkbox. Like if you see here, we have an indicator checkbox. If this is checked, then like the resultant output we'll get, that will indicate us whether it is replaced, some replacement has been happened or not, or rather the filter operation has happened or not on that data. So it will be basically true or false. If filter has acted upon it, then it would be true. If the filter has not acted upon it, then it would be false. Now let us check the resulting output. We have selected a level as 3 and we have used magnitude less than filter. Okay. So if you see here, the values which are less than 3, that is the values like -3, -2, -1, 1, 2 are replaced here. Okay. So what has happened? Let me explain you. So we had selected magnitude less than as 3. Let's take an example of this data point, say -4. The magnitude of -4 is 4. When we consider the magnitude, we do not consider the negative sign. So that's why the magnitude value of -4 is 4, which is greater than 3, not less than 3. Though practically -4 is less than 3, but the magnitude component of -4, that is 4, it is greater than 3. Hence, all values 4 and above, like whether -4 and above or here 4 and above, plus 4 and above, have not been replaced. Here the comparison has happened using the magnitude of the level specified or the magnitude of the data. Okay. So let us try to use less than and let's specify the same level. Now let's see what the output we get. Now there won't be a magnitude based filtering, rather the filtering will happen on the real value. Okay, let's see, it has completed. So all values which are less than 3 are directly replaced with 3. So actual comparison has happened, an actual filtering has happened on the data. It's not a magnitude based filtering. Okay. Now let's try to use magnitude greater than, and let's specify the same value as 3. Let me run this. The experiment has completed. Let's see what we have got for magnitude greater than, and we have specified the level as 3. Let me do a visualize. Okay, here you see all values that are greater than magnitude 3, that is greater than 3, ignoring the negative sign. Like we have as I have already explained, the magnitude of -4 would be 4. We just consider the value part and we ignore the negative sign. So applying the same logic, all values greater than 3 have been replaced, or rather all values that have magnitude greater than 3 has been replaced. So the only values that have been preserved as 0, -1, -2, 1 and 2 and 3 and -3 of course, and all other values like -4, -5, -6, they have been replaced with -3, and in the same way all values like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 have been replaced with 3. So it's a magnitude based comparison that is happening and sign is ignored. Okay, let's now try something else. We will use in range. Okay, and we will specify the boundary as say like -2 to say 5. Okay, now let me run this and we will see something interesting. It's taking a while. Yeah, it's completed. And what we have specified, in range and boundary value as -2 and 5. So what we have got, let's have a look at the data set. So if you see, it has passed all the values between -2 to 5. That is, it has preserved all the values between -2 to 5. So -2 we had specified as the lower threshold. So all values greater than -2 have been replaced with the lower threshold value, that is -2, and all values that are greater than 5, that is the upper threshold limit, has been replaced with 5. So how this in range works is, it passes all the values that fall in this range specified. So all the values between -2 and 5 will be intact, and all values which are not in this range will get replaced. In case of lower values, like values which are less than -2, will be replaced by -2 boundary value -2, and the values which are greater than 5 will be replaced by the upper boundary value 5. Okay. In the same way, we have other options like out of range, in range with standard deviations, out of range with standard deviations, and so on. This is what I had planned for today. Hope you liked it. In case you have any queries, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you. We will meet in the next video where we will discuss on more Azure machine learning concepts, more cleansing activities. Thanks for being patient. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned. We'll meet up soon. Thank you.